I am an artist as well as an art teacher. Uh, Today we are going to learn a water painting technique, and I like to tell you in the beginning that watercolors are generally translucent, or you can say semi-transparent. In this we use more water, less color, and it generally dries very quickly, so we have to do it very fast so that water won't dry it up. If water dries, we can't get a proper watercolor. Water paintings, proper texture, proper look. So let's start. Friends, today we are going to learn a water painting technique known as wet on wet. Wet on wet refers to the act of applying fresh paint on a wet surface or on paint that is still wet, rather than only a dry surface or a layer of paint that has already dried. When using these techniques, we get colors blend or intermix with each other. The wet on wet method is technically used for painting landscape, simple skies or soft watercolor washes, because the effect gives us a nice flowy look that can be applied in different ways. Let's start.
So let us make a box. It's because my pin will come, so I'm making a box. I can't paint where my pin is. If you want, you can also make the box like this, the way I'm drawing with my pencil, so that my clip won't obstruct me. Okay, for this we will use our thickest brush, which is of which number? 12 number. Okay, and so for this, sorry. First we will make wet this area with the plain water, completely wet. Wash, nicely wash. Okay, and after that we'll take our orange color. As usual, we are using the same thick brush, 12 number brush, and we are just going to put in this way around this. First we will start with the rectangular way, and then we will do it in a circular way. So this technique is wash technique. Wet on wet, or you can say wash. After doing the rectangular way, we're just doing in a circular way around this. We're not completely going to color it with the orange. Okay. After doing this orange nicely, we are going to apply little medium yellow with the water as usual, not dry one, and it should merge with orange, but orange also should be visible. It should not vanish, means you should not completely color it with the orange, but we will completely cover this white part with yellow in this way. And see, orange is also mixed with yellow in some places, and in some places it is just yellow. We can add on little darker yellow. And now we are going to use little darker color of orange. Okay, and see what we are going to do. In this layer, less water, more color. Don't worry if it is merging and giving a weird look, because we are working on wet, so it should be there. We want that. See what we have done? We have used orange in this way, and it is looking little dark, and we are working on wet on wet. Means it is wet. The first two layers are already wet. First two colors are already wet, and we are doing the second color on top of it. Now we are going to use another layer on top of it, and in this layer we are going to mix little red on this to create little more darker shade. As I said, if you want to create a darker shade, you can add red, you can add brown. So I'm going to add first red to make this orange little darker, because red is darker than the orange. You can add red or carmine magenta to create the darker tone. Okay, now we are going to create a different way of something. And see, our each layer should be visible. Okay, the first layer is also visible, second layer is also visible, all the layers are visible. And the color is getting finished, you can mix again. We are creating bushes. We could have used green, but I thought that let us do in a monochromatic color, means shades of orange. Monochromatic means using only one shade. Shades of orange means darker orange, lighter orange, in this way, which is known as monochromatic. So we are working on wet, means it is not dried out, but we are working. So our bushes are done in this way. Now we can do something more. Now I'm going to take another shade of orange in a more darker way. So for this shade, I'm going to mix brown in this orange. Okay, you can take either dark brown or light brown, any brown, but we want a darker shade of the orange. So we need to mix something. So I have mixed brown and orange together. I will mix little magenta also in this to give it a nice brown look, nice orangish brown. And now we will do something. See, I'm creating a line in this way, a line like this. We are drawing a tree. Okay, line here, a dark line here. If you think this is not enough dark, you can mix more brown and magenta in this, like I'm doing, because our third layer was little more darker than this one, so I want little more darker, so I have added a darker shade. And now see what I am going to use. I am using the same color but little more water, because I want a second tree of little lighter shade of compared to this first tree, which we have just drawn. Less color, more water, and to create a lighter shade of the tree. You can create some small thin trees in the background with a lighter shade compared to the first orange shade. Should be lighter with more water of the brush. And there is enough color in the brush because we want for lighter tone for these behind trees. So that's why no need to take more color. This amount of color is enough for this tree, which are in a lighter shade, which are in behind. With the darker color, less water, as I said. And branches should be of the with curvy lines. And just move your brush in this way. It will make by itself. And keep in mind the end of the branches should not be fat. Only the starting point of the branches should be fat. This can be we can get by practice. Means we don't need to move again and again with our brush to create the branches. The way it goes, let it go. So this is our one way of creating wet on wet painting. So you can see in our learning process only we have created a painting. And with the same darker shade of orange, we can create third layer of the bushes. In this way, third layer of the bushes on the front. So these are the darkest one. So we will just create like this. Trees are in the behind. So this is how our this layer paint wet on wet practice is completed. I want to show you another wet on wet if you want, or we can learn in the next class. I think we have joined a little late, so we can continue for one more 5 minutes. It won't take much time. So this is our wet on wet painting. Because in watercolor, there is numerous things which we can learn and endless time. As you can see. Chalo. So this all we will learn in today's class. We'll meet up in the other class, and I hope we will start in the other. See, wet on wet, so easy. If you have any question, you can ask me. And if you will also do practice, then it will be very easy for you too, I'm sure.
So this is how our complete wet on wet painting will look like. Thank you so much for watching my video.